The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hawkeyes offense will start this game off. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Looking for a man. It's Sullivan. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Grab near the sticks. It's Gill. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Takes a handoff. It's Welch. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get at.
Man, I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Movement here from the tight end. Try to get it to the edge. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Here comes the option. Quick toss. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Swings it out to the flat. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
No need to get cute there, especially when they allow you to push the quarterback forward, and they do, and get the first down.
Yeah, the quarterback just does a nice job finding the crease, right? Which side of the center am I going to go? I got to get low to the ground, and I'm going to have my buddies behind me trying to give me a little extra shove to go get that first.
That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Offense gets set for second down. Leaves it with the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They're going to ride this running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down and 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to move it through the air. Gets open down the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Here we go!
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal.
Gringo! Gringo!
To the ground to try to move the chains. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Buffaloes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll go to the air. Got his man in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They've held the ball forever. Relentless drive, but what a win for the defense if they can force a field goal. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
To the ground. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Dropping back, it's Sullivan. Throws to the back. It's complete to the right. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this. Way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Fires on the move. Makes a connection. And they're able to get him on the ground. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
They'll immediately call timeout.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hines is tight end. The defense wouldn't let him lose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. Dropping back, it's Sullivan. He's right on target. Stopped after making the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Just enough time to get off 1 more snap. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He got it. And the field goal to end the time.
That makes the score Iowa 10, Colorado 0.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble.
Man, let's not make football hard. Quarterback sneak has worked, and it continues to work. Keep using it until they stop it on those short yardage plays.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. A first down for the offense. They'll give it to Johnson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd down, going up top. Trying to beat the D deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
On second down, looking again to throw. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Takes it from the gun on third down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up.
And into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Missouri. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The handoff to Johnson. Turns it on at midfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. To the air. It's Sullivan. Just a little off. Incomplete. down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking downfield to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! And the pummeling has started.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Miller. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Quarterback checking off. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds his target down the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Fast motion from the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to the air one more time. And the missed connection on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the catch past the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man on the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On second down, they'll take to the air. Got his man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Comes out throwing on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Looking for a huge play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And this is what leaders do at the quarterback position, guys. After throwing 2 picks a week ago, he was able to put that game behind him, refocused himself, got back in the film room. He looks like a different player this week.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go to the counter. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And it's good from 58 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. NC State is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen? They're trailing by 32 to Missouri. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going up top here late in the game. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it. The second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch with your coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.